abide by broadcast laws and KBP rules.
Mula sa top-rated music station ng dekada 80, ang WBL. Tuloy na naglilingkod sa inyo sa pamamagitan ng magaganda at piling-piling programa. Mula Lunes hanggang Linggo, aaliwin kayo ng aming kilalang mga komentarista at public service program. Ito lamang simpilan ng DWBL.
Every Saturday, 1 to 2 p.m. Let's all listen to your TDJ Ferrer, the professional safety and skills advocate on air. All About Safety is brought to you by JLF Projects International Inc. Experienced and skilled people handling your sensitive and expensive machinery. They do rigging, lifting, plating, and transport your equipment safe and economical. If you think safety is expensive, try an accident. Or you could call on them at j.ferrer@jlftransport.com.ph or 0917-862-4995.
Hello, good afternoon. Once again, it's your Tito J and All About Safety. And nga pala, I would like to thank all of those people who have mourned with us for the passing of our 94-year-old mother, si Purificacion Lopez Ferrer. Mama, I know that you're in heaven and maybe help us dito by basta, Ma, we love you. And right now, we are just waiting for our guest. Ang ating pong guest, isa pong ininero uli, no? Marami tayong mga ininerong kasi safety, no? Pero ang safety hindi naman mo confined sa isang engineering aspect of life. So, ito na ang ating guest po. Ang ating pong guest is si Engineer Juanito R. Tupas. Siya po ay isang mechanical engineer by profession. Siya po ang current managing director ng EdgeDev sa Asia. Ito po isang reclamation project and on 1984 to 2018 he was a senior quality manager of Mac Demont, which is based in Dubai and the Northern Emirates, lead assessor of the Dubai Quality Group, supply chain quality manager of oil and gas. And in 1980-1984, he was also the chief training construction personnel ng Meralco Foundation Inc. Na ngayon po ang tawag na natin MFI Polytechnic. In 1977 to 1980 is with the EDI as the quality supervisor and quality supervisor also for the Philippine Nuclear Plant Structural Embedment. And right now is the owner of J. Tupas Engineering Consultancy. Engineer Tupas, Engineer John, magandang hapon po. Nakamute po kayo, Engineer Tupas. Nakamute po kayo, Engineer. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Good afternoon to your viewers. I'm back. Pinahirapan mo ako. I drove from Antipolo to Mandaluyong in an hour and a half.
Pasensya na po, Engineer. I'm also trying to go to
Hindi, pero I enjoyed it. I want to make sure that everything was okay before the start. Unfortunately, they have to send their participants to the job site. Pero we managed to get things properly organized, and it gives your trainer additional job. So it's also good for you.
We would slowly, sabi nyo nga quality. Once we iron out all of these things, the result would be a quality
Absolutely.
end result.
Correct.
Okay. Engineer Tupas, sabi nyo nga, you are a dami rito, no? Most of it is about quality, no? Yung experiences about. So, I have this question para sa ating mga listeners and viewers, no? How do you define quality nga po? Paano yung ma-describe yan?
Sa akin, coming from a construction company in the oil and gas, and we deal a number of clients, and we have a specific product, as we call it, platforms, pipelines. We have specific requirements which is written by our client through their specification. So quality means, by definition, is that it meets the project or contractual requirements, right? If you don't meet the contractual requirements, then it's not quality. All right. This is a graduation from the Huran, quality principle, to Deming, to Crosby. Nowadays, construction follows the Crosby principle of quality, which means if you cannot measure a particular work or product, you cannot call it quality. Right? You cannot improve it and you cannot measure it. So, ang tanong, may quality ba yan? No? Example, the customer ordered for a vehicle, right? And he didn't specify what vehicle he needs. So he sends a Mercedes-Benz, when in fact, his requirement is only a transport, example. Yeah. So to me, that's not quality, because you're spending more to the requirements. Kaya kailangan talaga ma-inculcate natin sa ating mga kasama, lalo na sa mga lahat ng business, negosyo. And I'm so frustrated to see a number of companies who lacks, I suppose, they lack the theory about quality. What quality means to their product or services. Sa kanila, karamihan, nakikita mo naman, pag sinabing, padala ka dito ng tao, right? Kailangan namin ng karpentero. Right?
Yes.
Diba? The first thing that company should do is ask what specific, building or structure that this carpenter will be working. What sort of skill? Sa certification, do we need a certified carpenter? Yun yung mga tanong, di ba? Kasi pag hindi natin tinanong at pinadala, doon magkakaroon ng problema. Doon magkakaroon ng issue. Doon magkakaroon ng legal problems. No? Example na lang dito sa ating trabaho, yung training and certification. Dahil tumawag yung customer at sinabi kailangan namin ng SO1 at SO2. First is, do they really know what SO1 and SO2 means? Sinabi lang sa kanila ng customer, kailangan namin ng SO1 and SO2. So, anong nangyari? Wala siyang kaalam-alam. Ang problema, he was also busy in trying to sort out the issue which stopped his job because he didn't have a safety officer. Right? So, nakita mo yung malaking issue dito. Una, isang linggo na pala na nakatenga yung project.
Yeah.
Right? Tumawag sa akin. Ang sabi sa akin, June, kailangan namin ng makakatulong mo ba dito? In fact, sa group chat niya pa sinabi, who can help me find SO1 and SO2? Right? Kaya ako naman naalala kita. Sabi ko, si Jay ang makakasagot dito pagdating sa safety at saka training, certification. Yun. Alright? Solve ang problema. Alright? But that's just one solution. The other things that you need to ask is, ano ba yung trabaho? ano ba yung ginagawa ng tao, di ba?
Yes.
Ano ba ang mga kasangkapan niya? Dahil bilang safety officer, okay, bilang kahit ako quality, right? I really look at what are the tasks. Ano yung iba-ibang gawain. At isa-isa yun, iimayin natin. Ano ba yung mga unsafe, no, na ginagawa ng itong tao ito? Ano ba yung mga tools na ginagamit niya? Ano ba yung tatapakan niya? Ano ba yung ginagamit niya to access the roof? Example. Those are things that we need to find out, okay, before we can even come up with a proposal, di ba? Mabuti na lang ka mo, merong mga experience sa kagaya mo na alam mo yung mga tinatanong. Pero how many people are like you? Right? So that's just the service, right? Now we get into the product.
Yes.
2 weeks
Yes.
ago,
Yes.
I went to a supermarket. We are now talking about product. And I look at, of course, what's in my mind as a quality and safety is you look for the expiry date. Di ba?
Okay.
Expiry date. Pagtingin ko, hinahanap ko yung expiry date. Saan ba nakalagay dito? Yung pala, nasa ilalim, ano? Hindi ko expired. Ba, sabi ko, ginawa ko yung store boy. Sabi ko, expired na itong panyo, ah. For dito rito. Sabi ko, ba't nandito pa ito? Sir, nagkamali lang. Sabi ko ganun. Mas malaking problema yan pag sinabi mo nagkamali ka lang ng date. Ayan yung ginagawa nyo in the past, no? That's just example on the product. The other product that I keep in my mind is the safety in the construction. Diba? Yung hard hat. Akala nung iba, puti yan at merong frame, okay na.
Okay.
Hindi nila alam, mayroong expiry date ang mga safety hat. No? Pati yung safety ticket. So those are things na, okay, we talk about quality of product. Those are things that we have to look for. Now, going back to the definition, okay, kasi pumunta tayo from Huran, Deming to Crosby.
Okay.
Ang Hapon, natuto yan kay Huran, kay Joseph Huran. Ang Huran principle of quality is holistic approach. Okay, they look at the people, they look at the system, all right, and finally the product, right? Ang Deming naman, it's focus on statistics, all right? Pero yung talagang tama para sa amin construction is the Crosby, which really looks by definition, it says you have to know that the product you can measure in terms of key performance indicators or the quality. Can you hear me? Narinig mo ba ako?
Yes, sir. Narinig ko. Inaano ko lang eh. Ayoko lang kayong rebut pero ngayon, ire-rebut ko na kayong more or less yung going that line. Sinabi mo na yung ano lang, yung maganda kasi no sa mga listener natin ngayon si viewer na si Engineer JP Batan nag-good afternoon siya pero papalo not really rebut no papalo up ko lang yung sinabi na maganda yung sinabi mo eh what you could not measure you could not improve it.
Correct.
Diba? Yun ang number one eh. Kailangan na pag nag-audit tayo, nag-analyze tayo, there could be some measuring thing na dapat natin i-consider, no? Yan, mga kasi
exactly.
hindi natin ma-improve pag hindi mo na sukat yan eh na ilang beses na ba na tayo nagkakaroon ng problema, no? Madami, no? At yan, Engineer Tupas, ang magandang mong sinabi. At ngayon pala, ganap ng 1:15 in the afternoon. Ang programang ito ay dala sa inyo ng JLF Project International Inc., mga experienced riggers, transport and creating contractors, at ng JLF Training Project and Assessment Center Yan po yung aming training naman, teaching skills para sa mga riggers, crane operators, forklift operators, scaffolders at nasa construction. Ang ating pong guest sa mga kakatunin lang ngayon si Engineer Juanito Tupas. At dumarating na Engineer Tupas, ang kaisa-isang pinakagwapo, pinakamagaling na movie actor, scriptwriter, comedian par excellence, walang iba po si Isko Salvador. Brad Pitt, magandang hapon.
Hi.
Magandang hapon,
Hello.
See you
Hello,
again.
sir. Good afternoon, sir. And Tajay, first of all, nakikiramay ako sa pagkamatay ni Mami ni Kajay. Nakikiramay kami ng pamilya.
Salamat.
92 years old. 92 years old, no?
94 na siya.
94. Grabe.
Oo, mahirap lang ng mga apple siya. Okay.
At least, nandoon tayo, nabisita natin yung old town ng Pandacan sa Labores Extension, no? Doon sabi mo nga sa Mediana na dapat ang pronunciation ay Dayan.
Diana.
Yung Diana na sinihan na malapit
Bakit?
sa Ha?
Doon siya binurol?
Oo, kasi 94 na siya eh. And I have a 91-year-old father na who wants to be there, no? So may hirapan kami. So, ayun. So, yun ang request niya is to be there and Pandacan, no? So, shout out ko lang, Brad, yung mga nakikinig sa atin sa Riyadh, ano? Sa Alpha Zeta Riyadh, si Kennedy Velasco at si Errol Carigma, no? Na dating nakasama ko sa trabaho sa mga movement namin ng Transformers. At para sa inyo, Brad Pitt, ang ating topic ay about quality. Ang ating guest ang presidente at owner, no, ng JP Tupas Engineering Consultancy. Siya isang mechanical engineer, Brad Pitt.
Oo.
Yeah. At iniimbitahin na rin natin siya.
Oo.
Yeah.
Mapua ba? Mapua?
Mapuwa, sir.
Oo.
Naman.
Of course. The best yan pagdating sa engineering.
Oo, ang hirap pumasa sa calculus, sir.
Oo, yan. Calculus pa lang, yung pangalan. Grabe, calculus pagka.
Lalo na pag na-under ka kay Magtira o kay Noche. Di ba?
Oo.
Mahirap doon.
Alam mo, meron akong uncle na teacher dyan sa Mapua. Salvador ako eh. Baka nakakita, naging teacher mo yun. Pedro Salvador.
Pag ganito, school year 70 to 75, malamang. Kasi magkasama yung mechanical, electrical, at saka civil.
But 75 kayo, sir?
Oo, graduate ako 75.
Ayun.
Napapag-usapan natin itong quality, maganda ito dahil
Quality ng
products and services. Right?
Okay.
Malawak siya eh.
Yes,
sabi
sir.
ko nga kay Jay, kung pag-usapan natin yung principle ni Uran, isang linggo yan. O kaya principle ni...
Napakalawak.
Oo. Ngayon, kaya tayo nag-uusap dito dahil yung mga nakikita natin at nagko-komento tayo, di ba? Yung bang example na lang, yung natanong, yung nabanggit ko na if you cannot measure a product or service, you cannot call it quality. Right?
If you cannot measure, ano sir?
If you cannot measure the product and services, you cannot call it quality because it can go to the extreme, right or left. Extreme, more expenses. Yung isa naman, less expense. Dahil you're not able to measure. Example na lang, Brad. Okay? Example na lang. Yung
Maingay. Sandali, papatay kay electric fan, maingay. Go ahead.
Nakamute ka.
kasi para yung interference eh. O Brad Pitt, okay na?
Sige, sir. Sorry,
Yan, go ahead, Engineer Tobas.
Oo, ang sinasabi ko, okay, pagdating halimbawa, dahil yung
Meron pa
aking
rin.
line of work is a construction, steel construction, pagdating dun sa mga hinang, welding, paano mo masasabi na isang hinang ay maganda? Alright? Kung
Yes,
hindi
sir.
mo i-measure. Example, isang fillet weld. Fillet weld. Ang sinabi sa drawing, 1/4 ang leg. Right? 1/4. Ang ginawa mong 1/8. O
Ako,
kaya, on the extreme, ginawa mong 1/2 or 1 inch. Yung yung kulang, malamang yan, right? Malamang yan, magpipail yan during the lifetime. Right? Kasi napakaliit ng leg size ng ayong hinang.
undersize.
Ngayon, kung malaki naman, magtatanong si manager, ba't naubos ka agad itong electrode natin? O naubos ka agad itong welding natin? Na sobra-sobra yan. Kaya pala tayo delay. Ganon, Hindi lang yun. Right? Minsan, yung sobrang hinang, problema rin yan sa structure. Dahil nagwa-warp yan, okay? O kaya mas marami kang nilalagay na welding, mas marami kang nilalagay na depekto. Yan, isang bagay lang yan pagdating sa why we measure quality. Now, the whole thing, why are we measuring each process? We measure each process because at the end of the day, we want our project to be successful and to earn. And we get profit, di ba? If you don't measure, for instance, yung drawing mo, nag-prepare ka ng drawing, kailangan mo ito in 1 week. Natapos yung drawing after 1 month.
Ako, delay.
Delay yan, okay? Delay yan. Malaking impact yan dun sa total cost ng project.
Delay.
Tapos na tayo sa drawing. Sa procurement na. Naghanap ng katakot-takot na supplier para ma-meet nila yung minimum number of suppliers. Karaniwan sa company, they need 3, right? Kung hindi mo gagamitin yung common sense at yung supplier naman na yon ay ginagamit mo madalas, but why do you have to go through, di ba? To go through an evaluation. Tama? Okay, you have already measured the supplier. Alam mo na ibibigay sa iyo na tama. Ba't kinakailangan mo pang maghanap? And that's causing delay. Example na lang, nung ako nanonood nung tinamaan na public utility modernization. Right? Katakot-takot na problema ay ang nakikita ko dyan kaagad, hindi nag-uusap yung DOTR at saka yung operator at saka yung mananakay. Nag-uusap, nag-aaway yung DOTR, yung LTRB, yung supplier, wala pa nga yung supplier at saka yung mga kooperatiba. Right? Bakit sila nag-aaway? They have not defined the requirements. They have not measured. Right? Ano yung sinasabi kong measured? Okay, isang ruta na ito. Kailangan mo lang dyan 10 jeep. Ba't ka kumuha ng 100 jeep o bus, minibus ngayon? Ano? Ang tanong dyan, ang problema dyan, hindi nagkaroon ng tamang study. Basta na lang, okay, let's start buying. Ito na naman si kooperatiba, tinawag lahat yung mga operators, maliliit. Alright? Sama-sama tayo dito. At kinakailangan natin ng pagsamahin tayo. Sinabihan tayo ng DOTR na kailangan grupo. Alright? Consolidation ang tawag nila. Ang problema doon, una, ito why do we have to reinvent the wheel? Unang-una, maganda na yung takbo dati na isang operator, isang jeep, payagan mo na. Bakit kinakailangan mo? Ang tanong doon, bakit kinakailangan mo i-consolidate? Diba? Yun. Ang services doon is yung pagtanggap, ano ba ang tatanggapin ng isang mananakay? Siya ba ay namimili ng jeep na sasakyan? Hindi, di ba? Ang importante sa mananakay he can go from point A to point B. Right? Regardless ito jeep, minibus o big bus o train. Yun yung sinasabi kong hindi na pag-aralan and they have not established what is right. And were not able to present yung measurement. Kaya nagkakagulo. Okay, that's
Isang
another
cost din, isang cost din niya, sir, ng traffic.
no.
Dahil over yung volume masyadong malaki. So, tapos marami pang ano ngayon, yung mga Grab. And
Exactly, oh.
yung mga anong masasabi niyo, sir, doon? Yung, kasi gaano karami pa yung Grab cars ngayon? Siguro mga 100,000 or more.
Alam mo, isa dito, Jay, I know maraming makikinig sa atin, nakikinig at maaaring may mga comments sila o disagreement. But the title itself is Public Utility Modernization, right?
Isa jeep.
Doon pa lang sa jeep, bus, nagkakaroon na ng issue If it's not effective, if it's not efficient, if it's causing a lot of problem, why insist to have the jeepney, di ba? Unang-una, tumingin ka na lang mag-jeepney dito, yung iba nakasabit, right? Safety issue na yan. Maraming issue. Pero ang isang comment ko sa hearing is that other countries are already thinking of driverless cars, vehicles. Tayo nasa nasa issue pa tayo ng papatakbuhin ba natin yung jeep o hindi na. Right? Ang solution doon simple lang Alam natin ang pupuntahan, ang tatahakin natin eventually wala nang driver.
Yes.
Yun ang modernization. We think ahead, 10 years, 20 years from now. Wala nang driver.
Tama.
Correct?
Tama yun.
Tsaka yung pagpasok ng AI.
Okay, kailangan natin, bigyan, buhay natin. No, that's not, that's not the solution. If we talk of public utility, public utility modernization, we need to look at 10 years, 20 years from now. Bakit?
And
isa pa, meron na tayong mga subway. Right?
yan. Yan ang dapat.
Subway is the only solution in the traffic in Manila.
Mass transpo.
Right? Ngayon, bakit? Unang-una, wala. Hindi siya sa taas. And secondly, that will reduce the number of cars in the street. Kaya po, halimbawa, bakit pa ako dadali ko yung sasakyan ko, pupunta ako ng Cainta, halimbawa. Lagyan mo ng subway from Mandaluyong to Cainta, di ba? Wala kang traffic sa Shaw Boulevard.
Diyan dapat sila mag-focus. Imbis yan sa modernization na yan,
Yun ang
focus on mass transportation.
ang nangyayari kasi, Brad,
Japan. Malaking
nobody is really doing the compass and said, this is our direction.
Yeah.
Ang nangyayari, yung previous administration, sabi, ito.
Iba-iba.
Ito. Right?
Yeah. Pero
wala yung leadership. I don't mean to criticize the current government, but we should have, if we have said that there will be no drivers on our vehicles in 20 years, that should be the objective, hindi ba? That should be the objective.
Correct.
Oh, ano ba yung available na transport na wala ng driver? Right? Okay. Ngayon, ang tanong sa akin, tanong ng mga nagkikriticize, saan mo ilalagay yung mga driver? Ngayon pa lang, turuan na natin sila mag-maintain. Turuan na natin sila gumamit ng mga electronics. Right? Marami. Tayo nga lang, hindi ba? Nung tayo hindi na nagtatrabaho, nagiging consultant na lang tayo. We should be able to adapt. Kasi sabi ko sa iyo, yung dating ng artificial intelligence, maraming trabaho ang mawawala. Maraming trabaho mawawala. Going back to the products, dahil ito, we talk of alternate transport. May nag-present minibus, may nag-present jeepney again. Jeepney, pero medyo modernized na siya, mahaba, at EV, electric vehicle. Right?
Francisco.
Francisco. Ang tanong ganito, ito ba mga vehicle ito would be able to adapt to the driverless? Example, driverless.
Yeah.
Would this be the cheapest and most comfortable way of commuting? Di ba?
Alam mo sir, yung tingin ko diyan parang fake green. Kasi electric, ibig sabihin hindi nag-i-emit ng smoke. So pagdating sa fake green ang tingin ko diyan kasi pinang-charge mo. Kuryente.
Okay.
Na galing sa coal plant. So, ano yung sinasabi mo hindi ka nakaka-pollute?
Tama. Galing ni Brad Pitt.
Kasi yung source niyan, coal. Yun yung nakaka-pollute. So, sa akin, fake green yan. We get the power of our e-vehicles from the source which is a pollutant, the coal power plant.
Tatalakayin natin yan.
Tingin ko na.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, ang guest natin nasa niya rito, resume niya, siya ang quality supervisor ng Philippine Nuclear Power for structural embedment. Sige. Pwede bang expound niya ni Engineer Juanito Tupas, pero bago niya sagutin yun, ang oras natin ngayon ganap na po 1:33, dala sa inyo ng JLF Project International Inc., Experience Rigging, Creating and Transport Contractors, at ang JLF Project Training Assessment Center para sa inyong mga assessment teams. At hello kay Orly Bonifacio, Kim P. Campuñas, Jason Estrella Peregrina from Urdaneta City, Pangasinan, at si Reb Pugs watching live. So, Engineer, pwede nyo ba pa-explain na si Brad Pitt, pro-nuclear power ito Yung inyong nasa
kami ni Brad.
Nuclear
power plant structural embedment.
Proponent ako niyan. Nabanggit ko na yan matagal na. Sabi ko, ito ang pinakamalaking naging issue nung nakarang administrasyon ni kay Korea tayo. But without going to the personality, ang problema nun is yung justification, yung technical presentation. Why it's safe, what could possibly go wrong, okay? What are the redundancy, okay, installed in the previous design. Kasi kung i-compare mo yung dating design at saka yung mga bagong design which is API 1000, may redundancy na. Yung nangyari sa Japan, right, at saka nangyari sa Three Mile Island, hindi na mangyayari dahil meron siyang alternate cooling system. Right? So, yun yung mga dapat naintindihan nung mga mga sumusulong ng nuclear. So, kung titignan mo yung composition nung nagre-review whether we need to operate the Bataan Nuclear Power Plant or not, yung titignan yun. Do we have the right expert to say that we have equipment, we have from steel to turbines, whether they're still functionally operational, whether they can still last for another 20, 30 years, right?
Sir, alam
Because-
ko kung sino makakasagot yan. Si Sir Kat Tatlong Hari, nuclear engineer from UP.
Yeah, yung mga nuclear engineer and those operators, engineers, and technicians who have worked in the Bataan Nuclear Power Plant, for sure, they gone through training. Yung iba na nga lang, so, they can pass, right? So, pass away. At meron pang marami dyan na buhay pa. At
Yun,
si Kat.
Tatlong Hari, sir. Si Sir Kat Tatlong Hari is now 85 years old. And sila yung mga nuclear engineer from UP. Dati may course na nuclear
Pinag-aaral ng
engineering
gobyerno,
school.
Brad Pitt. Pinag-aaral ng gobyerno.
Oo.
Yes, pinag-aral sila kasi sila yung magpapatakbo doon sa Bataan Nuclear.
Alam mo, katakot-takot na expenses yun, ha? Yung pinag-aral, ilan yun? Mahigit 200 engineers yun. At saka ilan yung mga tinrain pa ng MIASCO, ng EEI, ng
Nasaya.
PCI, di ba? Ang dami
Yeah.
nun. Hindi lang yun. Natenga yung nuclear power plant. Dapat yan. I
Yes.
think we could have saved billions of dollars. Kasi
Yes.
maraming binuksan na issue patungkol doon sa safety. Isa na yung geological location.
Tingin ko, sir, ang tingin ko, sir, it's more than that. Kasi it's very politicized. Political, hindi ko lang kinalaman tingin ko dyan yung engineering or yung It's purely political, kaya hindi tinatakot.
I think we all agree na it's politics.
Yeah.
Because the same design was used in Korea. Yung
Yes.
design ng PNPP at
Yung
saka Slovenia.
May
Slovenia, tatlo
kakambal
yan.
yan.
Oo, tatlo yan. Pinag-aralan yan.
Yeah.
Kami nga na ang trabaho lang is structural embedments. Lintik ang requirements, safety requirement, ang material specification, material testing requirement, kanya kakapal. So, katakot-takot na review, katakot-takot na analysis ang ginawa dyan patungkol sa materials, patungkol sa system, cooling,
Yes.
lahat ng mga rotating equipment.
Ayan, ito, ang malinaw dyan, sir, sa away nila, sa mga nasa itaas, ang kawawa yung taong bayan.
Hindi lang, alam mo, pinakakawawa, yung ekonomiya natin. Kasi, imbis na nag-import tayo ng oil and gas, ayan, isa pa yan, ha?
Naka-cold.
Kung imbestigan mo yan, maraming mga tao dyan sangkot sa import ng oil and gas. Malaking commission yan. Right? So,
Tsaka may
ito,
smuggling pa.
Ngayon, tignan mo ang nuclear. Ilang taon mo gagamitin yung di ba? Isotope. Ilang taon yan?
Yung pinakapanggatong mo, ang tagal.
Oo, yung iridium, katagal yan? At ang tanong, available ba siya sa Pilipinas? Ang sagot, yes.
And then ano gagawin sa nuclear waste?
Yung nuclear waste, okay, pinag-aralan na rin yan bago in-approve yung design at saka operation ng PNPP.
Ano yan?
At
Yung binabaw pa
napag-alaman nila kung ano yung mga safety, ang tawag nila encasement, right? Ng mga spent fuel. Dalawang klase yung spent fuel eh. Meron yung high grade at low grade, right? So yung sinasabi nilang high grade, napakababa nun. Ilan lang yun. Siguro sabihin natin kung 100 tonelada yung low grade spent fuel, yung high grade nasa 1 kilo lang.
Saan dinadala, sir? Saan dinadala, sir?
Oo, ang maganda pa nun,
Yung way, sir, saan dinadala?
nare-reprocess mo yung fuel. Yun. So,
Meron
marami.
naman sinasabi
Yung makaano lang ako makasingit lang ako ng konti. Kasi nga,
Oo.
pinabayaan ni Engineer Tupas, Brad Pitt, yung Bataan Nuclear Plant for very, very long time. So sa tingin ko nga rin, may issue na baka pag pinatakbo natin, hindi na siya yung measurement o yung quality noon, hindi na
Yan.
umana.
Mabuti na tanong mo yan.
Natulad nga ng susunod na tanong ko sa iyo, Engineer Tupas, yung why is it important to have quality standard? Kasi nga, baka yung standard ng Bataan Nuclear Plant, baka lang would it conform to the quality standards we have nowadays for nuclear plant? Ano nyo nga lang, expound na Engineer Tupas.
Okay, let me explain in a layman's term, right? Yung ginamit na standard at the time, I would say 30 years ago, is
Iba
sabihin na
na.
natin, in layman's term, standard A, alright? Yung ngayon is standard B, which is API, ang tawag nila API 1000. Yung nakaraan, API something, alright? Pareho pa rin yung ASME Section 3. Ang pinagkaiba, example na lang, yung pinaka-obvious, ay yung redundancy ng heating, cooling system. Meron ng additional safety feature yung bago. Right? At marami na rin pagbabago pagdating doon sa materials na gagamitin. Piping, pati na yung mga rotating equipment. Ngayon, balik tayo doon sa una mong tanong, paano natin ma-ensure na yung mga materials, yung mga equipment, gumagana pa. Right? Nasa quality control ako, sa quality assurance. May kanya-kanyang standard yan. Mayroon pa nga tinatawag na maintenance repair standard. Right? O ano yung mga materials, paano mo siya tetestingin? At saan mo siya itetestingin? Saan mo siya ikukumpara? Right? Yun lahat gagawin yun para masabi mo, itong pipe spool na ito, okay pa ito. Bakit? Okay pa. Tinignan kong certificate, meron siyang certificate. Doon sa certificate, maganda. Tama yung carbon content, tama yung phosphorus, silicon, etc. At tama rin yung thickness. Dahil ang ginawa ko, chinek ko ng ultrasonic testing yung thickness, yung previous thickness at current thickness, i-compare mo doon sa material certificate. Di ba? So, kung pareho, walang problema. Ngayon, pagdating doon sa mga moving or rotating equipment, ipapaandarin mo yan. Pag pinaandar mo, functional test ang tawag dyan. Pag pinaandar mo at tumatakbo naman, okay yan. Ano ang gagawin ng isang namumuno ng planta? Ako parating iniisip ko yung spare parts di ba? Pag yan hindi tumakbo ng isang araw, napakalaki ng cost. Ang gagawin ko bilang namamahala ng planta, magkakaroon ako ng spare. Yun. Right?
Yun.
Kung alam mo, 10 taon na yung equipment na yon o yung makina na yon, bumili ka na ng bago. Bumili ka na ng bago. Pag
Tama.
di ba?
Mas makakamura ka.
Bakit ka mag-iisip kung kailan hindi gagana? Mali yun.
Saka mas maliit na ngayon, sir, no? Hindi na ganito, hindi dambuhala. Hindi natin kailangan yung...
Hindi, kasi ang nangyayari dyan, pag ganyang mga review, design, hindi masyado nag-iisip sila ng yung value engineering or fitness for purpose o alternate. Okay, what are the other scenario on a particular equipment if it fails? Walang ganun. Ako madalas dapat ginagawa natin dyan risk and mitigation eh. Identify natin lahat yung mga yung equipment na pwede mag-fail in 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Right? Example na lang, yung pump. Gaano kadalas mag-fail yan? 1 year, 2 years? Di kumuha na tayo ng spare pump. At the same time, we need to strengthen yung ating maintenance department, di ba? Ayan. Para pag mayroong out of order na equipment, pwedeng palitan o pwedeng i-repair.
Tama.
So balik tayo doon sa sinabi mo, Jay. Kung ako tatanungin, pwede pang patakbuhin yung BNPP. Tatanggalin ko lang yung mga yung mga equipment na ika nga obsolete. Okay. Pwedeng isipin natin napakadali. Right? Pero kung umpisa natin ngayon, yung re-engineering ng mga ibang system, tapos na yan. Okay, bakit sinasabing tapos? Meron ng 2 survey yan na ginawa ng Korean at saka Russian. Right? Mas naniniwala ako doon sa Korean dahil yung kanilang design is pareho lang sa Pilipinas. Hindi ako magtataka yan sa Korean company.
Pero bago tayo magpatuloy mga kasama, ay kaganin ko lang na yung gumagawang relo sa atin it's already 1:47 in the afternoon and this time is brought to you by JLF Project International Inc., mga experienced riggers, lifting, crating, transport contractors, at ang JLF Project Training and Assessment Center for your skilled needs. At babatiin ko lang, Engineer Juanito Tupa, si Engineer Ramon Pestinsolis, ang ating mabuting dating presidente ng PSME, si Godofredo Manuel, si Elsa Cirillo Jonela, si Bobot Magsale, si ano ba itong mga nakikinig pa sa atin? Si gwapo, Ariel Gonzaga de la Cruz. At ayan, sila yung mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon. At Brad Pitt, bibigyan na muna kita, Engineer Tupas, imbitahin na kita sa March 2. May kaganapan sa March 2 na hindi natin dapat, baka mawalan tayo ng oras, Brad Pitt na hindi natin dapat kaligtaan ang Brad Pitt 40th anniversary comedy special with the following musicians, sino to? Roger Naldo, Sherwin Buendia,
stand-up comedians yan. Stand-up comedian.
Si Mardy Almighty, si Ruder Orquia, si Ryan Kilala, si Attorney Ed Cinco. Di lang sinama dito ni Brad Pitt si Jay Ferrer. Medyo busy ho ako And meron pa siya ito, Engineer Tobas. Ang opening act niya ay si Jokoy. Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully
po.
Jokoy look alike o talagang Jokoy?
Hopefully pa na ma-invita
ng Brad Pitt. Jokes lang yan, sir.
Anong malay mo
sa Music Museum.
Mabasa ito ni Jokoy. Umuwi ng Pilipinas. Mura lang naman ang ticket, Engineer Topas. 2,000 VIP, ang regular 1,500. Yung pinakamayaman na nakikinig dito si Ariel Gonzaga de la Cruz. Ayan, yung mga malalakas kumita yan.
March 2.
Ramon Pestinsolis, malalaki yung mga kontrata niyan. So, yan ang iniimbita natin at marami pa. So,
dapat nagsishare sila ng kanilang yaman, ano? Sinishare.
magkita-kita tayo doon na mga ito si Engineer JP Bata, galing lang nito, galing ng China. So, nag-audit. So yan, baka mawalan kasi tayo, Engineer Tupas, ng ng oras. Kaya binanggit ko na to sa ating mga uuwing balikbayan, uuwi na mga engineer na magagaling sa 40th anniversary po ng ating mabuting co-host ng All About Safety, si Isko, aka Brad Pitt Salvador. Sige po, patuloy natin.
Okay, balik tayo dun sa quality quality of products and services.
Hindi, paano mo kaya?
Na, nabasa mo yung aking credential dyan at isa sa mga siguro pwede nating gawin we can start with LGU is yung tinatawag na quality award or safety award per company. Okay. Ang purpose niyan is really to improve the quality of the product, of their product and services. Okay, magmula pag-usapan natin yung mga kakainan, restaurant, right? May quality diyan sa kanilang mga produkto, food. How do they cook? How do they ensure that the ingredients or the food that they cook is properly preserved and properly checked? Halimbawa, example na lang, ayaw ko sasabihin dito yung napuntahan ko ha. It's a big company. I was surprised na yung kanilang burger, meron pa yung shell.
Shell?
Sabi ko, I called the manager. Sabi ko, bakit ganito? Sir, sorry sir.
Pero
Ang sagot, sorry sir, hindi na maulit yan. Teka muna, ilang beses na ito nangyayari? Ang nakikita ko doon, Jay, right, Brad, is that the workers, most of them, they are young. Okay? Nawawala yung ang accountability, nawawala din yung, nakikita ko din yung competence at saka yung kulang ba sa training itong mga ito, o attitude problem. Di ba? Tignan mo yung tignan mo yung impact nun, ha? Ang impact nun, alam mo sa akin, sabi ko nagtahi ako 2 araw. Ha? Hospital ako. Pwede ko ba hospital ako? Pwede ko ba sabihin sa kanila, yung kinakain nyo sa akin, sira. Kulang na lang, mag-audit ako, pumunta ako doon sa kitchen nila at sa kanilang refrigerator at check-in yung expiry date. Pati na yung kanilang temperature ng kanilang refrigerator at saka heater.
Yes, importante yon.
You know what? I thought about this dahil sa Dubai where I worked for many years. Nag-audit kami. I was involved in Dubai Quality Award. Ako ang isang lead assessor doon. Pinasok namin yung company at talagang chinek namin kung sila compliant. Merong guideline, may guideline. At they started, Dubai started with Dubai Quality Award and Dubai Appreciation Award. Asan sila ngayon? Napag-iwanan tayo. Pumasok na sa kanilang mga restaurant, ang gaganda, ang lilinis, ang produkto maganda. Right?
Yeah, quality.
After 30, 40 years of absence in the country, I cited, okay, cheap na lang, hindi nagbago. Imagine, the roads have not changed, except for few. Yun ang frustration eh. Why can our group, why can somebody start with implementing what other countries are doing? We don't have to reinvent the wheel, right?
Yes.
Ano ba ang tama sa ginagawa nila na dapat gawin dito sa atin? Example na lang, Vietnam, right? They produce more coffee than us. Nasa 3 million tons sila. Alam mo sa Pilipinas?
Ilan
Not
po?
even 300,000 tons.
10%?
Oh,
10% only.
Sayang yung
yan yung
market.
sinasabi ko, asan yung quality? Why are they not measuring? What's the reason? Kasi if you cannot measure, you don't have quality. That's the principle. Right? Tama?
Tama. 10% lang pa. Ang layo, kaya we are not earning the supposedly dollars. Kaya dapat, yung mga show dapat ni Brad Pitt, dapat yan, 10,000 per head. World-class quality, di ba?
Alam mo, Brad J, alam mo, isa lang sa atin pumunta, and I meant to do it, Pupuntahan ko yung mayor o yung congressman na Mandaluyong. why don't we start Mandaluyong Quality Award or Mandaluyong Quality Appreciation Award for all the establishment.
Ayan, Brad Pitt, i-ano natin yan,
Oo.
natin yung mga
I have
political
the-
start
I have
may
the-
quality award.
Oo, dapat meron yan. Kasi kung wala yan, wala silang tinitignan. At saka sa kanila, okay lang, business as usual. Pag mayroong customer, okay na. Diba? Ang problema, yung mga maliliit at hindi natin tutulungan. Diba? At saka, ang impact din yan sa tourism. Sabi ay walang quality ang mga restaurant sa Pilipinas. Pagpasok mo sa toilet, nangangamoy, wala hindi malinis. Yun sinasabi ko na holistic approach sa quality. Pagpasok mo lang sa pintuan, nandun na yung bumabati. Di ba?
Maganda yung sinasabi mo, Engineer Tupas, siguro sa susunod yan, dapat nating laging magkaroon tayo ng second na
we can convene yung mga
second
experts sa
interview ninyo.
quality.
Ang problema, Engineer Tupas, 4 na
Ay.
minuto na lang tayo. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng 2 minuto. Yan yung parting words kay Brad Pitt o si Isidoro sa Isko Salvador ng another 2 minutes. Kasi po, papatayan tayo ng ilaw ng DWBL, magiging pangit ang ating YouTube. So mamaya, Marvin, i-upload mo yung YouTube natin, papakita na. So, sa mga nakikinig sa akin, isa pong magaling na inhinero si Engineer Juanito Tupas. Kailangan po natin siya at kanyang topic natin quality nga. So, Engineer Tupas, the floor is yours.
Yeah, gusto ko rin ma-impart, ma-share yung na-experience namin sa ibang bayan, sa Dubai in particular. Doon, na-involve ako dun sa pagtatayo ng Dubai Quality Award. Ako isa sa pitong lead assessor sa Dubai noon. Alright? 3 kaming Pilipino. Karamihan doon ay British at saka Americans or Indians. Ang ginawa, kasi doon, pag ang leader, gaya ng Sheikh, sabi ng Sheikh, sige, ito yung ating tatahakin, ito yung goal natin. Mag-award tayo, tawag natin, Dubai Quality Award, doon sa mga establishment, if they're able to meet the criteria.
Ayun.
Yung criteria, isa-set natin. Paano sila magkakaroon ng quality award? Gold. Gold. Ito yung mga criteria. We have to establish yung mga criteria. Ano yung mga criteria? You have different criteria for restaurant, for drugstore, for water refilling station. All. We have to categorize. Ano yung mga at ilan. At ilang category yung ating magiging Dubai Quality.
Yan po pag-usapan natin sa susunod, Engineer Tupas.
Award. At saka yung mga maliliit, imbis na award, quality award, gawin nating appreciation. Alright? Ano ba ang mga napaka-data budget lang yan, napaka-lita budget. Pero ang impact nito dun sa product at saka sa service, malaki. It would drive the whole town or cities or even the country to thinking of quality. Why? There is incentive. Ang gobyerno makakatulong dito. Anong ibibigay na incentive ng gobyerno sa mga nadalo? Bawat syudad, right? Bawat syudad na lang. O isang produkto, isang serbisyo. Pati nga yung mga services, pwedeng isama dyan .
Okay.
Philippine.
Pinapatay-patayan na ho tayo ng ilaw.
Maganda itong ating topic.
Pasensya na po. Brad Pitt, parting words bago tayo patawa ng ilaw. Okay.
Gawa tayong part 2. Thank you, sir. Engineer Tupas, sa inyong expertise.
OMPC, Management Consultancy.
Yan. Okay, so we'll see you next week sa March 2 sa Music Museum. Magkikita-kita tayo. Alright.
Thank you. At sa ating mga nanonood.
Ajay, go ahead.
Magpanood nga po tayo ng 40th anniversary ng aking kasama si Brad Pitt sa March 2 po. suportahan natin ang show ni Bloodfeed. At maraming salamat sa inyo, Engineer Tupas. Pasensya na po, ginulang tayo ng oras at hopefully magkaroon tayo ng sponsors tulad ng Danambus.
Okay.
Mga dealer, mga ano na, Justin Giditong, at iba pang mga malalaking kumpanya, no? Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Smile and be safe. Thank you very much. See you next Saturday.
Mula sa top-rated music station ng dekada 80, ang